Hello everyone, it's now day 7 in Minsk, Belarus, and today I thought I'd do something different. We're going to go to Alivaria Brewery, and supposedly we have a private beer consultant that's going to explain all the beers and the history and all of that. So anyway, enjoy. If you do enjoy, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, I'll see you in there. Okay, Katya, let's try this one more time. Oh.
So take a seat.
All right.
Because right now we are going to find out a lot about beer, actually, about the degustation process.
What is your name, by the way?
My name is Polina. Yeah, that's the next thing I'm willing to say.
Polina?
So, Polina, or you can call me Polly. That's a bit easier, yeah,
Polly.
for English option.
All right.
So yeah, you can call me Polly. Today I'll be your guide. Usually we are going to the factory itself, but today we decided just to stop on the tasting. Yeah?
Yes.
Actually, beer tasting is a difficult science, and not so many people know how should we do that. So everything is not that easy. Well, we will practice a lot today. We'll have a few types of beer, and on this practice we'll learn how to drink beer, and we'll learn a lot about this product. So
you're going to teach me how to drink beer?
yes. A small girl like me will teach you how to drink beer. Yeah, many people are shocked coming up here.
So what if I say I've had about 30 years of practice?
Maybe you've done that wrong.
Okay.
So yeah, actually, not so many people know that drinking beer is not just taking a glass and making it empty in one moment, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So everything starts not with the gulp itself.
Mm-hmm.
Everything starts even before that. It starts with a few moments. Actually, first moment is a sound. So what sound could that be?
Cracking open the beer first?
Yes. So when you open the bottle,
Taking the top off, right?
Yeah. You hear this like, and actually a sound is like a memory reviver. Yeah. So when we hear the sound, we remember, well, that was a good evening with my friends when I drink beer, when I relax, and you do that. So you prepare yourself. Like in your own head, and then you go to the next stage. You take the glass in your hand, and the glass is cold, and actually that's good for our mental system, yeah, because we relax,
Right.
we forget about stress, and when the weather is hot, you can even feel like something running behind your spine, yeah, so you can feel that your legs are weak, you want to relax on a couch. And actually that's good too, because you forget about your problems and you concentrate on taste. And after that, you just lift up your glass and look what's inside. What can you tell me about the liquid?
Yellow bubbles.
Yellow bubbles. So is it a filtered beer or not?
I would say that it is a filtered beer.
Yeah, okay, you're right, and that's light beer, definitely yellow color. And it tells us that the basis of the beer is light barley malt. So actually that's the main basis for all types of beer, but here we can see only this type of malt.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, so we won't look for any sweetness, and definitely we won't look for chocolate aroma, yeah, because it comes with dark malt, yeah, burnt malt. But anyway, what can we tell more about our beer? Maybe some words about the foam? Beer foam. Can we qualify beer by the foam? I mean, is it good beer or not?
I think so.
Actually not.
No.
Because today there are more than 200 styles of beer, and for each style there should be its own foam. So it can be foam, a high foam, but some styles of beer say that no foam here. So it depends on the style. So never qualify beer by the foam, because you should learn 200 of styles, and you should learn which type of foam should be in this style, so that's kind of a difficult task. But anyway, foam is not good for revealing the aroma, because foam reveals the aroma to go out. So what should we do to reveal more? We should close the glass with our own hand. Then turn it a little bit around, just to break the foam, and then with our own hand, we'll lift it up to the nose, and underneath the hand, we breathe in the aroma. So you can feel the grain, you can feel some small hint of a bread, you can feel a bit of hops, so for evergreen trees, a little bit here, plants, a bit of grass maybe, so a classical beer aroma. But, well, what can help us to reveal more? Of course, drinking beer in the right way. So, to drink beer in the right way, we need to relax, breathe in, then we need to make a gulp, and then breathe out with our nose. That's the thing many people forget to do. So, try.
All right.
Relax, drink, and breathe out with your nose.
What if you have a deviated septic? Do you know what that is?
Hard for me to translate from English. My English is not that good, maybe.
No, it's good. No, one of the nostrils is kind of blocked.
Oh yeah, but that's not a problem because you use your nose at least partially. Actually, when we breathe out with our nose, we use more of our senses. Because when we were small children and parents wanted us to drink something not pleasant, something like a medicine, they told us close the nose. And when you close the nose, you just block 50% of the taste actually. So when people forget to breathe out with their nose, they block 1/2 of the taste of beer. So that's what we should remember. What can you tell about the taste? It is mild,
Yeah, it's very light.
mild.
It's very light.
A little bit of bitterness.
It's more like a lager or a pilsner.
Yeah, that's a lager and closely to a pilsner, but actually that's our #1 beer. So the best seller of our company, that's Alivaria Gold. Yeah, Gold, I guess that's pretty obvious. So that's a light beer, classical type, and actually this beer is created by, well, somewhere around 22 years. I'm 25 and this beer is 22 years old. And actually all these 22 years we win in various competitions all around the world exactly with this beer. Yeah, the technology is the same, but the recipe might change a little bit. But anyway, that's the great quality we are keeping over here. But anyway, that's the first type of beer. We relax, we drink it. But what about different types of beer? Yeah, you told me lager. Yeah, what does it mean, lager? Do you know, actually?
No.
No, so many people know lager. That's a lager beer, but what does that mean? Actually, there are two main types of beer. There are two of them, all in all. There are ales and lagers, and the difference is not in the color, definitely not in the aroma, not in the density, and even not in the filtration process. The difference is in the position of yeast during the fermentation process. So yeah, a bit hard to hear that, yeah, because, well, that's strange. Sounds really, really strange to be a reason to divide beer into two groups. But at first, when the beer was created, all of the beer in the world, it was ale, yeah? So ale is a beer of an upper fermentation process. On a certain temperature, 24-30 degrees, yeast are in the upper position over the liquid. And when they are there, they produce a bit more of aroma, the beer is higher in density, but that was before the knowledge of filtration of the 20th century. So today we cannot separate ale and lager into two groups, yeah, because we can never say without looking onto the bottle what type of beer are we drinking, yeah. So today there is no actually any difference, but historically, yeah, ale is a beer of the upper fermentation process and of the higher temperature fermentation process. But what about lagers? Lager is a beer of a lower fermentation process. On a lower temperature, 4-7 degrees, yeast are going down. And underneath the liquid, they work and recreate beer. Because of their position, they cannot produce so much of aroma, yeah, because they are under the liquid. But When people knew nothing about the filtration, that was good for them because when yeast are in the upper position, you look into this head of yeast, and that's not so pleasant to look at and
No.
to drink. Yeah. So actually, if we will look into the history, people started to use a pipe, to drink, not because they wanted to drink a cocktail, but because of beer, because they had some kind of a jar with a hole somewhere in the middle, and through this hole you put a pipe and you drink underneath this yeast head.
So the pipe would be a straw.
Yeah, a straw.
Okay.
Yeah, a straw. I know that. Here we call it a pipe, a straw. That's one word. That's
Sure.
why it's hard for
Okay.
us to
Understood.
name this in English. But anyway, yeah, a straw. A straw was created, invented, actually in old Mesopotamia.
Wow.
So pretty long ago, and it was created to drink beer. Talking about lagers, they were created not so long ago. Looking at the beer history, it was in 17th century in Germany, and it was done just by case. So just circumstances went like that, and we've opened lagers. Actually, they just put the jar with a half-done beer into the cold storage, and they saw that cold temperature makes the position lower, and we create a different type of beer. Because of no filtration at that
Right.
time, it was easier to drink this beer. It was closer to a liquid, not to a soup, yeah? So they really like that beer, and today 95% of whole beer in the world, lagers.
Yes.
Yeah, they are drinkable. They are pretty drinkable, and people like that.
Yes.
You can drink lots of them. That's not a problem for beer companies, but sometimes you should control the amount of beer you drink. Actually, that's not my thought. That's the thinking of the World Organization of Health Preservation.
Sure.
Yeah, they think that people can drink beer every day. That's good.
No.
That's good. No. They are doctors. They might be right, but the amount of beer should be well controlled.
Well, if you live in Czech Republic, doctors prescribe Pilsner or Kel to their patients.
Yeah. Why not? Because beer is based on absolutely natural ingredients. So that's pretty good for us, and we can find vitamin B, for example.
Sure.
Yeah, in beer we can find some minerals, we can find some really good things, but also we can find alcohol. Alcohol is not so good for our health, so that's why we have a certain amount of this liquid we can drink per day. So doctors think that for you the amount will be somewhere around 800 milliliters, 1 liter maximum. That's maximum.
So 1 liter of beer a day. Okay.
Yeah, we can drink it. Yeah, so that's pretty good. But we can see a bit of discrimination over here, because girls can drink less.
Yes.
Girls can drink, judging by the doctor's opinion, 400 milliliters, half a liter maximum. But that's not so bad too, actually. Yeah. So you can live with this amount, but the only thing people are forgetting to do, to remember that this amount cannot be summed into something larger. So for example, you're working on Monday and Tuesday, on Thursday, the whole week, and then Saturday, and you think, well, I drink no beer during the working week, but I drink all of this amount on Saturday. No, it won't work like that. No. So you
Really,
cannot
I've been
collect.
doing that for years.
Yeah, so you're collecting, and then you just
save
say,
it. You save
okay.
it all up for the weekend.
Yeah, but no, that's bad for health. Because why we have this certain amount? Because alcohol is not really good for our health, and when we drink more than this amount, actually all good things from ingredients, natural ingredients in beer, they will be lower than the harm done by the alcohol. Yeah.
True.
Что вас заинтересовало?
Я смотрю и по...
Будет. It's so good. So yeah, we will try today 4 types of beer.
All
and
right.
all of them will be different. Because on their example, we will learn a few moments about this precious beverage. Actually, why I call it precious? How do you think? How long is the history of beer? when the
I
beer
would
was created.
I would think at least 1,000 to 2,000 years ago.
Not bad, but not even close. 30,000 years.
30,000. Well, yeah.
13,000 years. Yeah. So, actually, beer is the first beverage done by humanity, and actually, that's the first type of food done by humanity, and one of their first inventions. And, добрый день, что вам подсказать?
В музей пива попиши сходи.
В музей пива можно сходить только по предварительной записи. Записаться можно либо на сайте, либо через номер колл-центра, который указан на двери входной у нас. Вот. У нас предварительная запись разбирается очень быстро, ну вот пока ближайшая дата середина июля. У нас очень большая загрузка и посещаемость. Сама экскурсия частично проходит на производстве, а потом уже возвращаемся сюда на дегустацию. Пожалуйста. So we go back to the beer itself. Anyway, that was the first thing created by humanity in the food area. Yeah. So the beer was done not because people had nothing to do at that time. Definitely, their life was pretty hard. Actually, they created beer because of water. Water was dirty.
Yeah.
No filtration systems. No shops where you can buy a bottle. Yeah. So you should do something with the water you obtain. Yeah. So you can warm it up, then boil, then add some plants, and well, why not? Why won't we add something to make it closer to food? Yeah. So it will be good for us. It's convenient to keep this liquid type of bread somewhere nearby. Actually, in Belarus, people call beer a liquid bread. But today, when historians know that beer was created before the bread, well, maybe it would be better to call bread the tough beer. But because, yeah, actually...
Same ingredients, right? That's in bread.
Same ingredients.
Never thought of that.
The only one that will be different, hops. Hops is
Yes.
something unique.
Yes.
So you can even open it up and smell. That's natural hops. Of course, when it is kept in the bottle of this type, it will lose its aroma with each passing day. Today, people are not using hops in its first appearance. Yeah. So if you look on our lamp, that's hops. Yeah. But actually, that's a kind of a container, yeah. And somewhere inside, we get seeds, yeah,
Yes.
yellow seeds that contain actually main ingredients that will work in our beverage, yeah. So to take the malt, to leave nothing, and to get the road to these ingredients, yeah, pretty short. Today, people just crush hops and then they press it up and keep it in the granulated form. You cannot keep it in the open air, you cannot keep it under the sunlight, because it will lose its main qualities. But in this way we can add less of hops but get the same result. We use hops from the largest hops field in the world, and that's Hallertau field in Bavaria, Germany.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we use other types of hops because we have some licensed beer. Yeah.
Okay.
For example, Жатецкий гусь. That's a Czech Republic beer. Yeah. Czech beer, and here we use Czech hops. Yeah. Жатецкий hops. Жатецкий, just the name of the town. Yeah.
Yes.
Or of the area, just like Pilsner, because Pilsner, that's the style of beer, but first done in Plzeň. That's the
Pilsen.
region of Czech Republic. And
I've been to
then
that brewery.
Plzeň, then Pils, then Pilsner, and that's how we come to this name. Actually, the history of beer is really amazing. So many points to look at. But let me tell you a few words about the next type of beer we're drinking. So that's Alivaria Богемское паровое, but in English it will be steam Bohemian, yeah. Actually, why this name? Because the first name of our factory, first official name, created in the year 1894, was steam brewing factory Bohemia. Because of the fact that our owner, he took some equipment from Bohemia region, he thought that the beer is the best over there, and he took some recipes, he took some ingredients, their quality of beer, yeah, and that's why he decided to call his factory in this way. So that's kind of a beer, retro style beer, yeah. And why steam? Because this type of beer will be fermented not on the temperature of 47 degrees, usual for lagers, and not on the temperature 24-30, but somewhere in the middle. Starting from the lower temperatures, we will increase the temperature day by day, by day, and in the end the temperature will be somewhere around 15 degrees. And yeast are going up with the temperature. So some kind of magic, yeah? And that's why we can reveal a bit more of interesting aromas in actually this type of beer. Remember, I told you how to reveal more of the aroma. So just do that and tell me what can you reveal. Apart from grain, part of hops, yeah? Much more of bread.
Yeah, I guess so. A little stronger.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. Something like sweetness. A little bit, yeah, caramel. So, if you will compare two glasses in front of you, you will see that the second glass is a bit darker.
Yes.
Yeah? Why? Because we have not only light barley malt over there, we also have some caramel malt. What is the difference? Barley, the same. Barley malt, yeah, nothing different. But we dry malt on different temperatures, yeah? So when we're talking about the light malt, the temperature is around 80 degrees. But caramel malt, 120, 140 in this area. Actually, when we increase the temperature by this amount, part of sugar will be caramelized. And this caramelized sugar cannot be a food to yeast and they are living, yeah? Because why do we have alcohol in our beer?
Sure.
Because yeast are eating sugar and they produce alcohol. The same with the carbon dioxide, yeah? They breathe in with oxygen and they breathe out with carbon dioxide.
Right.
But in this case, when we have this temperature of drying, a part of sugar cannot be eaten by yeast because this sugar is caramelized, other form, yeah? So this sugar stays in our liquid, in the aroma, in the taste, and even in the appearance, yeah? The color of beer would be changed. More caramel malt you add, darker color you will get. Actually, if you will raise the temperature even higher than 200 degrees, we will have the burn malt. In the burn malt, we have no sugar. It burns out. So we cannot create beer actually from this type of malt, but we can add it to get higher density, to get more of the aroma, to get some different taste, yeah? But the basis will always be light caramel malt, yeah? Each type of beer contains it. Even, for example, wheat beer. Wheat beer contains not less than 50% of light barley malt. And actually usually more.
Right.
Usually more, yeah, usually somewhere around 70-80%. For example, in our wheat beer, we have 80% of light barley malt, 20 of wheat malt. So actually it depends on the recipe. But there are so many recipes today, it's hard to remember all of them. But some main things for us to look at in the bottle of beer will be, well, alcohol and density, definitely. For example, first beer was 5.1% of alcohol, yeah? The second one, 5.7, so a bit stronger. And actually with a higher density. So more grain you add, more sugar you will have. And in the end, you will have a bit stronger beer. But you should check. Actually, some people are trying to treat you and they add not more of malt, because malt is pretty expensive, they add just sugar, and that's bad. Because in this way you have not enough of body, yeah, for beer. So in the end, when you drink beer, alcohol and beer taste, they dissolve. And you can feel alcohol inside, and that's bad.
Yes.
So to check if the beer is okay, you can compare the density, or in English option it will be original grain. That's what they write on bottles. Yeah. So original grain should be 2 times higher than the amount of alcohol, at least for light beer. If we are talking about the beer with burned malt, the difference should be even higher. For example, let's talk about this option. Yeah. Here we have 5.7 in alcohol, but 12.7 in density. So 2 times higher, and even we have something to be left. Yeah. So it tells us that you won't find anything like alcohol revealing the aroma of the drink. But sometimes you can find on the market something like 6% of alcohol, but 10% of original grain. Not a good option, definitely, because they have been trying to add too much of sugar to make the process of creating beer easier for them and cheaper. So look at these 2 moments, and it will help you to know a bit more. Yeah, that's true. That's the birthplace of craft industry for beer. Yeah, but in Belarus, nothing like that. Actually, judging by the law of United States of America, we are the craft beer company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of the amount of beer we produce.
Okay.
But the size of our country and the size of America are a bit different.
So anything 7% or higher is considered craft beer, and that's how you get away with selling it at 7%.
Not like that, actually. They call it beer beverage, special beer,
Okay.
wine cooler. Why wine? I do not know. Just because beer itself cannot be stronger than a certain amount of alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah? And actually there are some restrictions even for different beer types. For example, wheat beer cannot be stronger than 5%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the strangest situation.
Usually it's higher than that. Wheat beer is usually
Actually,
higher.
we have one beer in mass market produced in Belarus and higher than 7% of alcohol. But that's the beer done in Krynica, and Krynica is a property of the government. So
They do what they want.
one type of beer, but not for other
Yes.
large companies on the market. But actually today we are the number 1 company on the Belarusian market. We have 31.5%
Of the market.
Belarusian market. Yeah.
Wow.
Second place, Krynica, 18%. Third place, 16, Litska. And actually, well, almost 2 times higher than the second place. Is in the hand of our company. Yeah, that's true. And today we are part of 3rd largest beer concern in the world, Carlsberg Group.
Yes.
Carlsberg is situated in Denmark. Yeah, at first a small brewery, and then they started to grow larger, and then somewhere in 80s they decided to include Tuborg, yeah. So they just occupied Tuborg, let's call it like that, and then they decided to go abroad.
Yes.
And today you can find them on more than 150 markets.
Yes.
In the world.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, number 3 in the whole world. First number will be Anheuser-Busch, so in Bev, yeah. And the second place belongs to Snow and Tsingtao, the collaboration of 2 brands in China.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Their beer is strange. I lived for 1 month in China, and their beer is close to water. So 2.3% of alcohol.
2.3.
Yeah.
Well, that's like going to Utah. Utah used to be like 2-3%. That's all their beer is. You can't get drunk on it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But when my father spent 1/2 year 5 times, just like 1/2 of the year and then 1/2 of the year in Alaska, he told me that the beer was pretty strong over there. So it depends on the state.
Well, there's nothing to do in Alaska. To
No,
go
you
to a
can-
pub.
You can go fishing, you
I
can
know.
go hunting.
I'm only joking.
He was cooking actually,
Yeah.
so there's no need to go to a pub. He is
Right.
a chef. So yeah, he has been working there before the COVID thing and everything like that.
Great.
During the season. So yeah, beer is different even in different states of United
Yeah,
States of
yeah.
America. Yeah, and actually in the whole world, beer is pretty different. And actually, judging by 3 types of beer, we can actually say that beer is different.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that the amount of caramel malt is pretty larger in
Mm-hmm.
Indian Pale Ale. Actually, last type of beer would be dark.
Okay, so this is the 4th and last. Okay, great.
Yeah.
This is dark. I don't typically like dark though.
Well, that's my favorite dark beer. Reveal the aroma and tell me what can you smell over there.
Вот прямо к хлебам.
Хлебом. А еще есть один аромат из детства. Из тяжелого белорусского детства. I'm telling this in Russian because it will be easier to understand. There are 2 main aromas in this beer. First, dark bread, and second, burnt sugar. And for people from Belarus, sometimes it can be the aroma of their childhood. For example, for me, 90s, welcome 90s. I lived not in the best district, and even people who lived in best districts, they were in a tough situation, and children still wanted some sweets, some caramels. Yeah.
Right.
How can you give your children caramel if you had no caramel? You can take a spoonful of sugar over the fire, and you will melt the sugar, burn it a little bit, and you will get the caramel in the spoon.
From the beer?
No. Just remember the childhood for us.
Yeah, but what do you
again,
put
that's
in the
pretty
spoon?
common. This aroma of the burnt sugar is pretty common to Belarusian people.
Oh, so you
And
put the
can
sugar
appreciate-
in, you put the sugar.
We do not put the sugar, but this aroma goes from that
Oh, okay.
burnt malt. You have sugar inside, yeah? That will give our yeast some food to
Yes.
live, yeah?
Yeah.
But when you burn it a little bit, you caramelize it.
Oh, I get it.
But
Okay.
if you burn it more, you burn out all of the sugar.
Yeah.
And this aroma of burnt sugar, of course, stays in our liquid. So for people from Belarus, that's a kind of childhood aroma.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, burnt sugar. So you can definitely smell it over here. But this beer is much more interesting than that. If you will work a little bit more with your nose, yeah, because not so many people actually open aromas. Yeah, we get used to some aromatized things. Yeah, like we drink juice from the package. That's not the real juice, actually. No, but we associate this taste and smell of this juice with the real taste of or flavor of some fruits, yeah.
Right.
And the same thing with I don't know, some moistures, some aromatizers for our cars, yeah. So we cannot open the real aroma when we face it, yeah. So here you can also find the aroma of caramel, dried fish, salted dried fish. Then smoked fish or smoked calamars, then salted peanuts, then salted pistachios,
Yes.
then something actually more salted, and then maybe for America, maybe buffalo wings, I don't know.
Pretzels and beer go together.
Yeah, chips and
Chips.
everything like that. Everything that contains a lot of salt cannot be a good pair because salt blocks our feelings and we can feel less of aroma, less of taste. So when you are trying to reveal the taste of beverage, that's not a good idea to take something salted.
Yeah.
And actually it will increase the amount of beer you will
So what's the
drink.
best snack for
The
beer?
best snack? Cheese. But not smoked or
Okay.
salted. Cheese, hard cheese or blue cheese even. Blue cheese is really great with India Pale Ale. Definitely.
Okay.
Because the aroma and taste of both are actually difficult, yeah?
Uh-huh.
They're composed, yeah? So many different aromas and smells and tastes all together. So difficult beer, difficult cheese. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's think about that in this way. For example, also goat cheese will be
Love
perfect.
goat cheese.
Goat cheese, yeah. So goat cheese plus India Pale Ale, that's great. I actually like goat cheese with porter too, the fourth type of beer. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But with porter, maybe even a sheep cheese will be
Sheep.
better. Yeah, because it's softer a little bit in the aroma. Yeah.
Right.
Here the aroma is a bit more strict. Yeah, just like forward. Yeah. But here a bit more subtle.
I don't know if I've ever tried sheep cheese.
Sheep cheese.
Yeah. Not sure.
It's pretty close to goat cheese.
Yeah, I would think so.
But a bit more expensive, I guess.
Yeah.
Number one country in the world in the area of sheep cheese will be Spain.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That
What
makes
else?
sense.
For example, for porter, what can be a good snack or just food with porter, served with porter?
I don't
Something
drink.
same.
Maybe dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dessert type of beer.
Yeah, because
so
I know
chocolate cake.
port wine is for dessert.
Yeah, brownie, chocolate cake, coffee cake,
Cheesecake.
anything you like, even ice cream. And actually, sometimes this type of beer can be even served with the ice cream inside. So the ice cream should be melted, yeah, not from the fridge, no. Melted ice cream in the glass, and then you pour it over with the beer.
Oh,
But with a dark beer.
wow.
That's important. And then you just mix it up and drink
Okay.
it.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah. Actually, beer is a good basis for cocktails because everything is based on natural ingredients.
You know, growing up, when we used to barbecue chicken, you used to put beer in the sauce.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
That's good for a marinade.
Yes.
I
Marinate it in
marinate
beer.
meat in porter.
Ah, okay. Dark meat, like
Yeah.
beef,
Yeah,
steaks.
beef
Okay.
steaks, or sometimes pork if they are cleaned. Because I do not like fat in pork, so
Right.
I clean it up, and then I marinate it in porter.
Ah,
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you can even add porter preparing bread, or you can add porter preparing some sauces, sweet sauces, for example. And also, you can add porter when you prepare some desserts too.
nice.
So you like this journey. Actually, right now, the main part for us is over.
Yep.
I'm open to your questions. If you have them, I will answer. And maybe that will be the end of our
Yes, that would be great. Okay. What questions do I have for you? You've pretty much answered everything.
And
but-
that was not a standard tour.
No,
Usually I
no.
talk 2 hours.
No, we don't need 2 hours. You condensed it nicely, and I think you explained all 4 beers, the ingredients, and what you snack with it. And so, yeah. Okay, so Belarus, this is kind of off beer, but it's on alcohol. Belarus used to be the #1 consumption of alcohol.
No.
Is that not true?
That's
not
not
now,
true.
but back in
Maybe
3, 4, or 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, but that was not this type of alcohol. First
Oh,
time
vodka.
in beer will be Czech Republic, then Germany.
Czech Republic is the #1 consumption of beer. That's true.
Yeah.
But for, say, vodka,
For vodka, maybe, but after that, Russia was the first, and then Britain was the first, not in vodka, but in strong
Beer.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Then not America definitely, because people are in different states and
Yes.
they
It's different.
Yeah,
For each
they
state
drink
is
different things,
different
so-
city.
yeah. But well, in China, many people drink beer, but in the beer industry, Belarus is somewhere over 80 place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But in alcohol in general.
In in alcohol in general, not on the first position right now, and not even in the first 10
But it
countries.
was 5
That
years
was,
ago.
that was, yeah.
What's the difference? What made the difference? Why did you guys drop from being the highest consumption of alcohol to the 10th or 20th?
Right now we have less money.
Oh, is that what it is?
And
Yeah.
alcohol is more expensive, more and more and more expensive.
Yes.
And people who have no money at all, but they are kind of addicted to alcohol, they just go to the pharmacy and buy something like a calming liquid,
Yeah.
but it is based on alcohol, and they drink it.
Really?
We even have a law telling that only one bottle of this calming thing into one hands, but people take it, then they walk out, then they go to another pharmacy and buy it.
Oh,
from there.
well, that's
So
very
it won't
similar
stop
to the
people.
States. That's very similar to the States
So it
when
won't
they get
save
addicted.
people, but it makes their life harder.
So it's because of income. Is okay.
Situation is pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
Actually, for example, I really do love beer,
Yes.
different types of beer. I work
Yes.
with beer, yeah. But also I like wine, and comparing with the price, for example, I really like Belarusian craft beers. So that's not so hard for me to buy it because it's Belarus.
It's less expensive.
Actually, Belarusian craft beer is pretty expensive, but there is no such difference in the price. But for example, 3 months ago, the bottle of my favorite chili wine was like 36 rubles, yeah, and right now it costs 60.
Wow.
And my salary
Inflation.
is not really different.
Inflation. Yes.
Yes.
Inflation is everywhere.
And embargo and everything else. So, yeah. And many young people are leaving Belarus. So
Yes.
that's,
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
yeah. Me too, actually, hoping to leave Belarus pretty
Oh.
soon.
Okay. So, well, listen, Polly, thank you
Yeah.
very much. I really appreciate you have good English skills, by the way.
Thank you.
So you are perfect.
I have a certificate in IELTS.
Yeah, no, you're outstanding, and
Thank you.
you explained every beer perfect,
Thank you very much.
and appreciate it. So thank you. Okay, that was the very end of the tour, or actually the beer consultation. Polly or Paulina did a great job, outstanding. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, ciao.